The most recent data and survey evidence show that growth is gaining momentum. The basis for the economic recovery in the euro area has clearly strengthened. This is due, in particular, to the fall in oil prices, the gradual firming of external demand, easy financing conditions driven by our accommodative monetary policy, and the depreciation of the euro. These more positive developments are also reflected in the recent ECB staff projections. Compared with the projections from December, the outlook for 2015 and 2016 has been visibly revised upwards by 0.5 and 0.4% respectively. The latest ECB staff projections foresee average inflation at 0% in 2015, rising to 1.5% in 2016 and 1.8% in 2017. A key factor for a full recovery of the euro area economy and ensuring that inflation does not remain too low for too long will be the extra stimulus that the Governing Council decided to introduce in January under the ECB's expanded asset purchase program. The pace of purchases so far puts the overall program on track to reach a total of 60 billion euros in March. At this point in time, we see no signs that there will not be enough bonds for us to purchase. Feedback from market participants so far suggests that implementation has been very smooth and that market liquidity remains ample. Lower interest rates in capital markets are increasingly being transmitted through the entire financial intermediation chain. Lower funding costs for banks have started to influence the cost of borrowing for households and companies. As bank lending rates are being reduced, new investment projects previously considered unprofitable become attractive. We intend to carry out our purchases at least until end September 2016. And in any case, until we see a sustained adjustment in the path of inflation, which is consistent with our aim of achieving inflation rates below but close to 2% over the medium term. The positive results of our new purchase program should not distract other stakeholders from delivering their contribution to put the economy back on track. Fiscal policies should support economic growth while ensuring debt sustainability. A full and consistent implementation of the Stability and Growth Pact is key for confidence in our fiscal framework. Moreover, structural reforms should be implemented promptly and with determination. We are monitoring closely any potential risks to euro area financial stability, including those from excessive risk-taking. Currently, these risks are contained, and should they emerge, macroprudential policy would be the best suited to address them. Recently, indeed, some national authorities in the euro area have decided to implement such measures that go in the direction of preventing financial stability risks from emerging at national level. Overall, the ECB will help to identify potential financial stability risks and foster a coordinated stance for macroprudential policies among euro area member states.
Dank u wel, meneer de voorzitter. Ik zal in het Nederlands praten.
Die Europäische Kommission geht davon aus, dass die finanzielle Situation des Landes ab dem 8. April, also in wenigen Tagen, kritisch wird. Der ursprüngliche Zeitplan, der vorsah, dass die griechische Regierung bis Ende April ein Maßnahmenkatalog für Reformen vorlegen muss, soll nun verkürzt werden. Eine Zahlungsunfähigkeit natürlich unbedingt verhindert werden. Griechenland soll also nun in wenigen Tagen einen Reformplan vorlegen. Deswegen möchte ich von Ihnen ganz gerne wissen, wie Sie die aktuelle Situation einschätzen.
My understanding is that there are discussions to this extent taking place in this very moment, and I am confident that these discussions with goodwill on all sides will produce the outcome of restoring this credible perspective.
I want to ask you about emergency liquidity assistance and the difficult decision in the current environment. Is the Greek banking sector experiencing liquidity troubles, or is it really a problem of solvency?
We are ready to reinstate the waiver as soon as the conditions for a successful conclusion of the review of the program under existing arrangements are there. At the same time, the provision of ELA has to take account of the existing legislation that forbids monetary financing. So ELA is supplied, but there are limitations to the extent that the banks can use this ELA for purchasing T-bills.
Mijn vraag is niet, komt de Grexit er of komt hij er niet? Maar mijn vraag is wel een eenvoudige ja-nee-vraag. Is het correct dat de ECB noodscenario's uitwerkt om een Grexit voor te bereiden? En een tweede vraag, kan de eurozone een Grexit overleven, ja of nee?
Se tem mesmo consciência do quanto essa chantagem das ações do BCE fora do seu mandato de relação à Grécia estão a pôr em causa a própria política monetária. Porque nós podemos tentar falar de forma fragmentada, mas a verdade é que a própria política monetária é posta em causa pela ação do BCE, que manda dinheiro a uns enquanto sufoca os outros. E basicamente é isso que está a fazer em relação à Grécia.
Are we blackmailing Greece? Well, it's a bit rich when you look at the exposure that we have with Greece. The ECB has 104 billion of exposure to Greece. This is equal to 65% of Greek GDP, and it's the highest exposure in the Eurozone. So what sort of blackmail is this?
What are these criteria that guide your discretion? And as a corollary to my question, what are the conditions that need to be fulfilled by Greece and its creditors for uplifting the T-bill ceiling, which is, of course, a crucial question at the moment? Thank you.
The 15 billion ceiling is not an ECB ceiling. It's the program ceiling. It was set up by the Eurogroup members. It was not an ECB decision.